Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode. Today we will talk about one important thing in a relationship. The one important thing in a relationship, communication. Today we want to talk about communication. I read a book some time back. It said that communication is to love what blood is to life. I like this quote. Communication is to love what blood is to life. You know, for us to be alive, we need blood, constant flow of blood, enough blood in our bodies. We need enough blood that circulates in our body all the time. So communication is like blood to a relationship. For a relationship to be alive and healthy, it needs communication. You need to communicate to have a healthy relationship. But communication is one of the things that also is lacking in many relationships. You know, in this age where we have so many devices to use to communicate and so many platforms to use for communication, but you find that in the relationships, communication is still a challenge. You know, people would rather be communicating to someone who is not there. You are the two of you, but someone will choose to communicate to a person who is far away. However, communication is very important in a relationship. Effective communication is critical for a relationship to continue existing and also to flourish. As we've said that if someone is lacking blood or their blood is not enough, it's a danger sign. Survival of that person becomes worrisome. It's the same with communication. So communication is something that we really need to guard in a relationship. We have to be deliberate to communicate effectively, because communication provides a platform for the exchange of thoughts. You know, in a relationship, for you to exchange thoughts, you need communication. For you to exchange feelings, you need communication. You need to voice them out. The body language is part of communication. For ambitions to be heard in a relationship, you need communication. So communication has to be effective. You need to communicate in a proper way for you to have a healthy and flourishing relationship. For fears, sometimes people have fears in a relationship. To be communicated, you need communication. For fears to be known, you need communication. For worries to be shared, you need communication. So communication is important, and we need to be intentional in communicating. You know, it's not about always communicating serious stuff. Just make it a habit to communicate with your partner, to talk about things, whether you are talking about politics, whether you are talking about just what is happening in the society. But communicate. Don't stop communicating. Don't reach a point of where you are not communicating. You are just running dry on communication. Just imagine how blood is always flowing in our bodies non-stop. That's how communication is to a relationship. For needs to be known, you need communication. You need to communicate. It's very important. So make sure that you have effective communication. You are talking. You are respectful in your communication with your partner. Because when communication dies in a relationship, the relationship weakens and eventually the relationship dies. So communication is very important. And you can communicate verbally most of the times. Body language is also a way of communicating. Use your body language to communicate. But what I want to emphasize is that don't stop communicating in a relationship. Whether it's through texting, video call, or just audio call, or you communicating face to face. It's even more important because you can see each other's body language, you can see the movement. The eye contact is important in a relationship. Eye contact is important, and we need to be intentional in our relationships to make it central, to communicate effectively. I'm also saying effective communication. That will help the relationship to be healthy. Because even blood, as we say, communication is to love. What blood is to life. You also need the blood that flows effectively. If your blood, the flow has issues, then that's when you have conditions like hypertension. So you want also the communication to flow effectively. Their communication should be uh, respectful. Thank you so much for watching. May I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, share it well with others, and click the notification button